to 11, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Join the club that gives you stuff.
Hey, thanks!
Radio Loyalty. Here's how it works. Just click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then, you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple, right? Radio Loyalty. Click that banner to join now.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin' Street? Girlin' Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom?
I wanted to talk to you about something, and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey, guys, check out my new video game. Pew, pew.
Wait, Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd
on.
you say? Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Well, Jason, I've got to tell you, you're pretty much everything this company is looking for in an entry-level candidate.
Great.
Your resume isn't quite what we're used to, but you've got a fantastic work ethic.
Thank you.
And I'm impressed by how you carry yourself.
So, should we talk about the job?
What? The job? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have no way of recruiting or even meeting you. This interview didn't happen.
It may sound ridiculous, and that's because it kind of is. There's a huge pool of talent your company is missing out on. Meet the grads of life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Man, we really could have used him.
Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
My name is Ruth Rusey. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live United. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child. And believe it or not, it prepares them for a better academic future. Oh, we read about frogs and flies and pigs with wings, all sorts of juicy stuff. It's a joy to watch all those little faces. I figure I have the time and they have the need. And I've always believed that if we're not here to help each other, then what are we here for really? My name is Ruth Rusey. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Man, it is what it is.
Advocate.
Then last week you told me your wife was cooking. Man, it is what it is. Then again, I don't think I want your wife cooking because you don't like it. Well, it is what it is. This Fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer. Hip Hop K. Check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio. It is what it is, 9/11.
Are they ready to? I know they're not ready to accept it, but yeah, exactly. That's my whole thing. Like, how many of them are really ready to think about it like that?
None.
You know, like
I think the problem is, like, I don't even know how we got here, but It's inbred. You're not born to hate people. You're not born to distinguish between black and white and Asian and Hispanic. That's something that you're taught. You're taught. Point blank, period.
Straight up.
My daughter came home and told me that her white teacher was black. Maybe it's because it's how she treated her. She don't see any color. But when it comes to all her friends, all her friends are mixed. All of her friends have a white parent, black, African, Hispanic, other parent.
So
children don't see color. You breed your children. Not breed. You raise your children to see that.
Yeah, most definitely.
They don't see racism.
Well, I guess
I met a little girl who had a black doll, and she said because the black dolls are prettier than the white dolls. But then I've taken a black doll and a white doll and put it in front of two kids. And it's a study that they've done before. You put it in front of two kids, and you put it in front of a kid, and you ask them, which one is the nice one?
Man, it is what it is. Man, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is. This Fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer. Hip Hop King. Check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio at 9 a.m.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug, Toast, and Keyboard Cat's amazing adoption stories. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Your perfect pet is just a click away at theshelterpetproject.org.
Because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bathwater to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hi guys, welcome to the Skylyne Radio Show. It is Wednesday, January 23rd. January 23rd, yeah.
Look, don't make that calendar go any faster than what
I
it's
thought it was
going.
on the 27th. I'm like,
It's
oh
the
my
23rd,
goodness.
y'all. Can you believe it? 3 weeks.
Yeah, I
since
know,
New
I
Year's.
know. Yeah, so.
Feels like yesterday.
It does. It throws me off. Yeah, it does feel like yesterday.
Just take it out, huh?
Yeah, just go ahead and take it out of my ear because it always throws me off. Well, welcome guys. We're always glad to see you guys are always staying tuned into what we're talking about. And as you know, we are heading up to what, 15 weeks of women's
today's career women.
Right.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to get it together.
I know.
See, should have went down there and did the same thing I did. Get your mind right.
Yeah, man. So we have two amazing guests this evening, and we're gonna introduce them later on in the show. But right now, we don't have our lady Tiana. She's on her way, but she will be here. So just tune in. She'll be here shortly. But guess what, guys? We need to start talking about some things because I have some things on my mind, and I'm sure, Mark, you had some things on your mind as well. And
Dumb and Dumber, that's all I can say.
The government shutdown of 18, 19 going into now. It's crazy.
It's going into 33 days.
Yeah, 33
you said
days.
18, 19.
Yeah, because I mean, it began like the end of last year.
Before Christmas.
And we're still dealing with this same problem. And it's so unfortunate that 800,000 American government workers are furloughed and not working and not getting paid. And it's just a spiraling effect that's going to eventually hurt the American people. This is not just a government problem, guys. This is something that's going to affect you, going to affect me, going to affect everyone.
It's going to trickle down and affect everybody.
It's going to be a domino effect. And it's not only, in my opinion, I feel like it's something that we can kind of work out later, but we shouldn't, but the president should, I feel like he should be taking it out on the American workers, but find another solution to finding the funding for this wall if he wants it. But
look,
you know,
he said he was going to make America great again, right? He's going to break you, then he's going to make you. That's how you run a business. That's how he's running this country, like a business. He's not a politician. Don't get it twisted.
He's a businessman.
He's doing everything so far that he said he was going to do. And he's told some lies and got caught up in them at the same time. Now, didn't Clinton lie to us? Didn't Clinton lie to the American people about his private affairs? But yet, Trump lied straight to your face. And they're not doing nothing to him.
Yeah.
If that ain't calling the kettle black, I don't know what is.
I mean, my thoughts is a wall really effective? Like, do we really need to spend $7.5 billion on a wall? I mean, I feel like a wall really isn't going to do too much protection to the American people. Because guess what, guys? We have airplanes. You can fly into America as well. So, is it really effective? I mean, is it really going to stop illegal drugs? And really, the illegal drugs is not always coming from, you know, Mexico. It's coming from other places too. You know, it's just kind of like narrow-minded to only say that this is the only problem. These people are the real reason why we're having problems. You know, this is not fair. That's not fair to say that.
You can put a 10-foot wall up. You can put a 100-foot wall up. Ace Hardware, Home Depot, Walmart, Sam's, and Lowe's, all they're going to do is make a ladder, and how high that wall is, they're going to make a ladder a foot or two longer, and they're going to sell out.
Yeah.
And then they're going to climb over it with a ladder.
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure majority of people that can get into America can just jump over that wall, or moreover, just bury them, like, I guess, make a tunnel.
Exactly.
They can make a tunnel. They can fly, they can make a tunnel. So this wall really is just a bill that we're going to eventually have to pay for. And I'm not interested in paying for it.
On that note, it's time for a break. Get your mind right. We'll be right back.
All right.
BeExposedRadio.com.
Stay tuned, guys.
My name is Ruth Rusey. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live united. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child. And believe it or not, it prepares them for a better academic future. Oh, we read about frogs and flies and pigs with wings, all sorts of juicy stuff. It's a joy to watch all those little faces. I figure I have the time and they have the need. And I've always believed that if we're not here to help each other, then what are we here for really? My name is Ruth Rusey. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
My name is Meera Batra. I have been in this country 32 years, and this is how I live united. America has always been the land of promise, and in my community, many families have come for a better life. Coming from another culture myself, I know the desire to become part of a community, to feel at home, and to gain the tools for our children and families to succeed. So I advocate for these families with United Way. United Way empowers them to look beyond their histories and to see what opportunities are available. We help them get involved with their kids' schools, network within the community, and when we do, we unite them. We make the community stronger. What I do is something I wish someone had done for me, and I am so grateful I am able to. My name is Meera Batra. I help families see opportunities and succeed. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug, Toast, and Keyboard Cat's amazing adoption stories. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Your perfect pet is just a click away at
You've been in your room all morning.
Hey, Dad.
Matt, what's wrong with your voice?
There is nothing wrong with my voice.
Oh, well, it's just sort of.
I have been playing my video games and electronic games for so many hours.
Uh-huh. Well, it sounds like it might be time for you to take a break, or...
Hello, Dad.
Susan?
I have been watching TV and text messaging all morning. Yay, electronics. Yay, yay, yay.
Guys, I think it's about time to get in the car and take a little trip. Maybe see some trees, some green things.
What are these green things you speak of?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Get out to the forest and discover the wonders of nature with your family, just like Blue, Jewel, and the whole Rio flock.
Let the kids connect to their roots. It's gonna be so much fun. Yeah! Woo-hoo!
Let's rock this jungle.
Woo!
Fresh air.
What a glorious morning.
Clean water.
Woohoo! This is great.
And endless surprises.
Yo, this is untapped territory.
How amazing.
Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
So when you get to the corner of Smith and Orchard, you're going to want to take a left.
You are not going to.
Then what you're going to
this.
do is turn onto Marcy Avenue.
Just broke up
and go past the first 3
she's
lights
happy
and then
about
take
it.
the next left.
I don't really
then drive
think
5
she's
more
happy,
blocks
but
and you should be
who
there.
am I to judge, right?
Park on the
Anyway,
right.
That's
I'll
what
see
I
you
heard
later
last
tonight.
night.
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable. But how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You want to start off?
I think I'll get it out of the way on a who's not.
Okay, do it.
The Orioles.
Right.
They got swept by the Royals. They lost 4 in a row, and the last 5 games have all been decided by 1 run.
Mm-hmm.
The game before, or the last game that they lost before the Royals was the Nationals, and it was Weeders, of course, won with a home run.
Hit the home run.
Right.
They were going into that National Series. It seemed like they were doing so well, and they just crapped out. They got that game postponed, so who knows when they're going to replay that or play that game.
Mm-hmm.
That's my first not for the night.
Okay.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Oh, shoot.
hope that was you enjoying this watch party with me.
Hey, hi everyone.
Hey guys.
I hope you all didn't think that I just was not going to show up.
Yeah, she's here. Tiana finally
That wouldn't
arrived.
happen.
Yeah,
of course not. I'm T, the busy bee. Of course, you all know that, but I have to say that again. I hope everyone has been doing well. This is week 2 of today's working woman.
Today's career women.
Why do I keep saying
I need you to get your mom right too.
Today's career women. So we have
Today's
two
career
wonderful guests today, and we're going to introduce them. But before we introduce them, we were talking about the government shutdown. Which one? Okay. So, so what are your thoughts about the government shutdown, everyone? Like, how you feeling about it? Because I mean, I think it's pretty horrific. It's sad that a lot of
I
people
can't
are not
believe
working.
it's lasted 33 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we are, another week, 14 days later. I can't count.
33. We're day 33.
I know, but when I first came back to the show, it was like what's 33? Day 19 or 20.
Something like that, yeah.
And like now we're 2 shows in, or 3 shows in, and we're still
discussing this. And it's getting worse. You know, it's getting worse. People are losing their homes. People are not eating. People are at food banks. You know, America is eventually going to crash at some point if this doesn't fix.
They said, I've only heard one city literally throw it out there, and they said as of right now, DC's economy is losing over $450,000 a day.
Wow.
So it don't just affect government employees.
Right.
It's affecting everyone. People getting ready to start losing their houses, their cars. People can't get assistance through the state because of their job. I talked to a neighbor of mine, and she was like, "I can't get nothing."
That's unfortunate.
I can't get nothing. If you own a house and you have a second party on your mortgage, you cannot get help if you're furloughed because of that individual's name being on. That's not right.
Yeah.
I think that's trashy. There was a cafe in DC over the weekend that did a fundraiser for furloughed families. Bring your badge for your job if you're furloughed, and you can get a free meal. They raised over $10,000 to $20,000 cash money.
About right.
There was an organization this morning, I don't remember if it was DC or PG County. They were giving away gas to furloughed employees. Bring your badge for your job, and you can get a full tank of gas.
Right.
Man, that's what I'm talking about.
This is the time for America to come together more than ever, you know.
You have to, because it's just a matter of time before suicide takes off.
Yeah.
And it's going to be out of hand. People are going to start dropping like flies because people are getting ready to start losing their mind. You know, they don't know what to do. They don't know where to turn. And the sad thing, the thing that breaks my heart is the children. Because they're the ones, believe it or not, that it's affecting the most. Because you got kids in basketball programs, you got kids that are playing sports for, you know, this organization, that organization in high school. They can't do it no more because their parents can't afford it. That's one less bill they need to be worrying about. I don't know about y'all, but I think Skylyne Foundation needs to have a fundraiser.
Hey.
And I got the perfect place to do it. I sure do. And it's closer to you.
Yeah.
It's nice that a lot of organizations are stepping up. I know it's nice that a lot of organizations are stepping up and giving back. You see restaurants giving back. our organization, we're collecting like groceries, Pampers, diapers, toiletries for, you know, people who are being affected. I think United Way Central Maryland, they have it where you can reach out to them and they'll help with rent, electricity,
that's beautiful.
things like that. So it's nice to see so much of the community coming together to give back to the community as a community.
Okay. So I just realized we never introduced our guest.
Kind of rude.
No, it wasn't because I said.
Did you see? I
said we want to eventually bring him to him. Because we were talking about that before we went on break. So I just wanted to finish the thought just so we can move on from it. Yeah. So we want to introduce our two wonderful ladies that came in to tell us what they do. So introduce yourself. What's your name, dear?
Well, my name is Carr. I am the owner and the sole operator of Queen Code Events and Entertainment.
Okay.
I do a number of things, but the main thing that I do is event planning. I do private parties, I do public parties, I also do I do things with the Boys and Girls Club as well. I don't have a nonprofit like you, but I do work with the Boys and Girls Club on their events. We do like an annual toy drive, I do things for their Smart Girls program and other things like that, because my business is based off of empowering women of all ages, from birth on up, in any way that I can. I also do mobile bartending, I do t-shirts, I do a number of things. So I'm like you, right? Busy bee.
Yeah, right.
So I do a lot of things. I do custom gifts, treats, balloons, all that kind of stuff.
Awesome.
Okay.
Well, thank you for that awesome introduction.
You do event planning.
Yeah, she does.
I do cake and cupcake services.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we need break bread.
Yeah, she said she has a mobile bar too. That is
mobile bar. So they have my own custom line of spike punches.
Okay.
Word.
Colorful names.
I'm sure they are very colorful.
Downstairs in the trunk.
No, because that would be totally illegal.
Nuh-uh, it's in the trunk. It's not open. You could have went to the store. As long as it's in a bag and it's not open, that's not illegal. It's when you go over the border.
Right.
Now it's illegal, because now that's bootlegging.
You put some thought into that
one. Look, I know all about bootlegging.
Yeah, do that.
I done seen Smokey and the Bandit before.
Smokey and the Bandit is like the best classic movie ever, okay? Miss Cynthia?
Yes, my name is Cynthia Brinkley-Scott, and the name of our 501c3 nonprofit organization is Love the Hopeful. And it's because we don't call our guests homeless, we call them hopeful. And so we go out, we do a free farmers market for the homeless once a month underneath the bridge on Falls Way, right across from healthcare for the homeless. And it's free fruits, veggies, protein, water, baked goods. It's everything, you know, healthy for the hopeful. And our motto is basically like bright foods, brighter day. We give away, like, people donate books. I think some months we've donated over 100 books to the hopeful. Wow. We do free haircuts for the hopeful, makeup for the hopeful. We do a semi-annual event. We did it in the middle of last year, where we actually we reached out to different food trucks. So we did food trucks for the homeless. So we had about 8 food trucks come out and actually help us provide food. And January 1st was our annual event. Last year we gave away 1,000 blankets and 1,000 coats on New Year's Day. This year we gave away 1,000 pairs of shoes to our neighbors in need. So this is our 3rd year, and so we're growing. But it's really about family, friends, and the community coming together to give back to the community as a community.
The village is broke. How do we fix it?
Well, I don't believe that the village is broke. I believe that the village is...
I think it's cracked. I don't think it's necessarily broken.
Yes, I think it has challenges. He can talk.
No, I talk too much sometimes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he'll talk.
It's broken. I do believe that there's challenges with anything, and I believe I always look at the positive side of things, no matter how bad it is.
Right.
It can always be worse, so we want to look at the positive things and say things can get better, and they will get better. And we were talking about speak those things into existence. Yes, it's rough. We understand that it's difficult, regarding the government shutdown, but this is the time for all of us to come together. This is the time for you to really see who your friends, who your family, what the community can do for each other.
Exactly.
And I think this is really a time for bonding and coming together and showing love.
That's right. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Absolutely. I see that all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, we want to commend you for that. That is amazing what you're doing.
I wish we had the bell.
I know.
We could never do what we do without like the love and support from family, friends, and community. Different organizations, stores help us. We have maybe 50 different stores that helped us last year. I can sit here and name them all, but I mean, it's just such a blessing that so many people and organizations have come forward to help us.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, you have a lot of people that are supporting you and watching you right now, so I think it'd be great if you kind of give, I guess an address or a way to contact you so that people can maybe support what you're doing right now.
The contact information.
Yes, you can reach us and stay connected on our website at lovethehopeful.org, and you can stay connected to us on Facebook under my name, Cynthia Brinkley-Scott, or Love the Hopeful.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you. We'd be honored to have you join our team.
Yeah.
It's literally like family coming together. It really is. If you ever come to our Hopeful Markets, that's what it's called, a Hopeful Market, because of course, but it's the Hopeful Market. It's from April through December, and it's always the third Saturday of the month. And we start out 8 o'clock, or we start at 9, and then, when we get there, we could be anywhere between 300 hopefuls standing in the line. So we would be honored to have you come. If you have 5 shirts you want to just come and set up on the table.
Yeah.
Big cookies, or even just have a case of water. We would love for you to come out. We believe that giving back is a beautiful labor of love, that you're giving away your hands to every person. And we love all the volunteers. So come, volunteer, just come and be a part of something that's positive, it's inspirational, and it's full of laughter and joy.
Absolutely.
You're so inspiring.
My husband says when he's having a bad day, he has to go outside the house because I just won't let him have a bad day.
Right.
I mean, with that sweet angelic voice, it's like, how can you just not support her?
Oh, you want me to take it off? It's
Yeah.
Shirt. You going in the shirt on camera? Is it going to be rated?
So, my guess, if you have any ways that you want to support our hopefuls, please reach out to us as well. We can also support this wonderful foundation, your nonprofit, right?
Thank you. So honored to be here.
Yeah,
So grateful.
yeah, definitely. What things that you really need the most? Like, kind of like give us an idea of things that you would love that people can donate more towards your organization.
I love
for the shirt.
Okay. Well, we always need fruits and veggies, bottled water. Thank you so much. We do protein bars. Sometimes we do like fresh bread. We just started a partnership with Costco's where in Owens Mills where they give us fresh bread and different pastries and stuff for the hopeful. We have a partnership with McDonald's on Frederick Road. They actually provide 100 little apples for the hopeful, and it's nice because at first we were getting that whole apples, and their teeth have been compromised, so they can't. So it's been such a blessing that Owens, that McDonald's has helped us. We have Frito-Lay that helps us. We have the Horseshoe Casino.
Oh, really?
The things that people leave. The things that people leave there.
Do you hear all these wonderful ideas, guys?
Yeah, the things
Man, where is my pen? Where is my paper?
Yeah, I can tell. Look, I can tell Tiana and Mark are going to be talking to you after a little bit more to get more in depth. Yeah, they're going to be.
They want to be a nonprofit 501c3. Pick my brain. I'm here to help you guys.
Let's get it.
Any way that I can. That's what I do. I believe you don't just get to a place and not look back and help people. If it's something that I know I can help you guys with, I'm available.
Manifestation.
I want to stop cooking. I enjoy cooking, but it's that 4 hours that I put into it.
Yeah, we
you prepare food for the hopeful as well.
Yeah,
my husband does that too, so I can't really tell you how to not do that because my husband, he prepares.
I do the chicken, the collard greens, the sweet potatoes, the meatballs, the baked mac and cheese, baked beans, and
ravioli,
ravioli, and 2 or 3 other dishes. And everyone's like, so who
all
does the cooking? And she's like,
DC,
no one. He does.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Which is
4 hours. Saturdays and Sundays.
In Washington, D.C. and in Baltimore.
Yep.
Franklin
Square Park in D.C. and under the 83 Bridge in Baltimore.
I would recommend using your resources. There's so many restaurants out here that want to help and want to give back. So instead of you taking that whole load on yourself, reach out to 3 or 4 restaurants that can you provide 2 dishes for me. And then as you do that, you may only have to prepare 1 or 2 things. And that'll give you time to be more creative, think about more inspirational things you can do for the hopeful. And then it will just continue to open doors and say, okay, I did 2 trays last month, I'll do 3 trays this month. And just use your resources. You have so many people in your corner that, you can call it 3 places this month. You can call it 3 places this month instead. So it's like you just, it will work. It will work.
And I can tell you this.
You talked about grants. Don't think solely on grants. That's one form of what you can do. What you want to do, you want to reach out to your friends, your family, and the community, because that's where you will build a huge, whether the grants are there or not, you have so much support from the whole community. Don't focus on one grant. Focus on reaching every single store, every grocery store, every restaurant. Reach out to them. They want to help. And it's about calling them and just asking them.
Manifestation.
Right. So just to ask, you never know what can come from it. So just a simple, hey, can you do it? You never know what can come from it. And go, yeah, that's all they can say is yes or no, and then move on to the next.
There you go.
You know, and I can vouch for this for sure. Like Baltimore City Public Schools, they waste so much food on those children. I mean, most of that food go right in the garbage. I'm like, oh my God, so many people could eat this. But yet it's being disposed. And I'm like, this is crazy. Daily.
I told Mark I was driving around the corner and I saw a hopeful laying on the street, and I'm like, I have clothes in my trunk after that. I was running late to get here. I said I have to go back out there, and because that person didn't have shoes, and I have stuff in my trunk that I know I can easily just give that person a bag of clothes. So I always keep things with me just to have something for the hopeful.
Right, and I'm sure a lot of the American people that are government workers are about to be in that position as well, being considered a hopeful person dealing with this crisis and not getting a paycheck and not, eating, and, it's just unfortunate.
It's challenging.
Yeah. So, I mean, you might even see some people there too.
Right. It's possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, we're gonna
she got to sing, guys.
Yeah, upgraded.
We got a reporter now.
I know, right? So, Nana, I said it right? You did. Okay. If y'all don't know, I am very horrible with names. I've been learning how to do better, so I asked before I do.
So it helps to think of Dana with the N. That's what I tell
Nana,
people.
okay, got it. Okay, Nana. Okay, Nana and Miss Cynthia.
How long have you been doing event planning, and how did you get started?
I have only been doing it for a year and some change, and I have been very blessed. About a year and 8 months is how long I've been doing it, and I think I've hosted over 20 events in that time frame. So I've been very blessed. So I started, it's crazy how it started. I used to do events just because I like people. People are my passion. I love people, and just like you, I love to do community work as well. So I originally started, I've always done community work, and then I moved here. And when I moved here, I'm actively military, by the way. I'm in the Air Force.
Okay.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you very much for your service. Thank you.
I am active duty Air Force. When I was stationed here, I realized I ran into a group of women. There's a group called DMB Beauties and Boots, and it's a lot of women, and they come together, and no one really knew each other like they should, And I thought about it, and me being out here by myself and having other people out here by itself, and women are always afraid to have outings because they're afraid of the drama and the stress. Oh, I don't want this girl looking at me wrong, things like that.
Yeah, because y'all don't like each other no more.
Now, wait. We do.
It's just sometimes
sticklers, and sometimes it can be a bit
I don't know what that's about.
And there's really no explanation.
It kind of happens though.
Yeah, but it's a legitimate concern. If you're going out, if you don't have your set of group of friends to go out with,
it's uncomfortable.
You just stay home. And I think it's a shame because I'm a little explorer. I'm like, it's so much to do here, and there's so much cool things to do. There has to be a way that I can, have them come out and be comfortable. So I did a couple of events for free, and people came out and they enjoyed it. And so I did one event, and it was for actually my coworker, and she was going to Afghanistan. And so I was like, oh, we'll do it going away. It started out with 4 people, 4 turned into 40, and then next thing you know, we had this epic bar crawl, right?
Okay.
So when I did it, I made my business name is called Queen Code because I make everyone follow the Queen Codes of Excellence, that you would have no drama, no stress, no anything. We are here to have a good time.
I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that. I'm definitely feeling that.
That is a rule. I actually make them raise their hand and take an oath that there will be no stress, you know, during that time. So I did the first bar call. I made a video, and everyone was like, "Oh, that's cool," but then one person said, that video doesn't give justice to the night. I said, okay, whatever. I was being sarcastic.
Aww.
So I went on my iMovie and I made a trailer, like being funny, and it started circulating. So everyone was like, oh, when's the next one? I said, April. And so then I did one after the other, and then it just became this chain of events for women. So we do all kind of things. Like I said, we do, I've done brainstorm brunches where instead of vision board parties, they have, like, you know, times that I did, like, it's Life is a Game. It's all about how you play it. So I had themes, like game themes, for them to be able to brainstorm what their goals were and things like that.
All right, I'm sorry, but we are going on break, and we will see you in 5 minutes. We have to pay bills, and see you soon.
Just want to say,
all right.
BeExposedRadio.com.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
We're rewarding you for something you already do, listening to us. It's Radio Loyalty, and it's an easy way for you to get free stuff. All you do is sign up. Go ahead and click the banner now. You'll earn points as you listen. Points you can trade in for great products and services in the Radio Loyalty store. You can earn even more points when you share your favorite station with friends on Facebook and Twitter. Radio Loyalty. It's free to sign up, so click the banner to join now.
Be Exposed Radio.
Well, if you made them, take care of them.
Yeah, that's the real. Right. That's the real deal.
It's period.
Right. And all that old money shouldn't go toward this. Money should go to if the child is with one of the parents 24/7, 7 days a week. You don't even come get your child every day. You come get your child once a month, maybe, or once every 3 months.
Right.
You cannot dictate where that money goes, especially if the child ain't calling you about nothing. Now, if the child calling you every week, then you can question about where the child support is going. But if every time you pick up the child, they look nice, they ain't complaining about nothing, why are you worrying about where the money go at?
It is what it is. Radio show.
Whoa.
The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out. And
exactly.
Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature, and I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I ask you to take me seriously if I'm living in somebody else's shoes?
And nobody can do what you do, and I think that that's a big problem that people face now. Like, you see what somebody else is doing and you want to do that when that's not your lane.
That's not your lane.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's popular, it's getting that person money, it's getting that person applause. Oh, I want applause. I want money. Let me stand over here behind them.
And then a lot of times people aren't honest with themselves either. Like, I was thinking earlier today, I've been woke for almost 2 days, so so you get honesty, and I was thinking, like,
The Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin' Street? Girlin' Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
When I conditioned it, I left the conditioning in at 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, we're back.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I was like clapping in my ear. Something's not right. But we are back.
Oh Lord have mercy.
Our producer.
That's the boss right there. That's the man with the plan.
Did we come back while we were standing in the middle of the red light?
I'm gonna go with. Maybe you weren't supposed to be coming back just then, guys. But
it's all good.
It happens.
Shout out to the producer.
That's all right.
Yes.
But yeah, so before we left off, I want to say thank you to everyone that's tuning in, because it looks like a lot of people have joined on to the watch party. So I want to say thank you guys for tuning in. One of my good girlfriends, Tanisha, she just wrote under our thread, and she said some people are carrying, emergency bags. So we can also do that too, to kind of help out the homeless. If you have any time today, just go down to the dollar store, pick up some, toiletries, pads, deodorant, toothpaste, toothbrushes, and just have little bags in your car. And if you just see someone in need, our hopefuls,
yes.
Then share it, give it out. We want to definitely be an inspiration to people that are in need, especially in this time,
Absolutely.
And I'm just glad we got over that cold front, because this Monday it was like 17 degrees outside.
Look,
it was 17 degrees outside.
I
so
posted it.
yeah,
I think the temperature was like 17. Wind chill was -9.
here in Baltimore, by the way. We're talking about Baltimore,
I
Maryland.
put a coat on that I got from Chicago.
Yeah.
That I can never wear out here because it's too heavy.
But
I don't know what the animal is for the fur, but I went out there and I was like,
yeah,
I should go in the house and get me a big, because I can actually have a drink out here.
Yeah.
Because from the waist up, I couldn't feel nothing.
I mean,
was like,
it was,
and it's -9?
It was that cold outside.
It was
guys,
Midwest cold.
And my crazy self decided not to wear a coat that day.
Are you serious?
Really? Yes. All I had on.
What were you thinking?
I had on one of these things. It was freezing.
Look,
I was like, what's wrong with me?
Not that.
I know. I feel it differently than Mark. You know what I mean? I just do. I feel it a whole lot differently than Mark. So.
I actually got stuck in the chill. Let me tell you how it happened. So I went to do hair Monday morning, and my client was texting me the whole time I was on the way. I got to her house. I ran up them stairs and was knocking, hitting the doorbell. I was standing in the cold for 5 minutes. It was the coldest. The coldest winter ever.
Yeah, really.
I was so cold.
Yeah.
Then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to stay in here anymore. I ran back to my car, started my car up, turned the heat all the way up, and I just started calling her.
Yeah.
Like, please answer. I'm outside. Text outside. Boom. Call. I'm outside.
Yeah, it was frigid. It was beyond frigid. Like the air was so cold, it hurt my skin.
It was
like it hurt my skin. Like my face was in pain. It was in pain. So
I tried to hide in the like her door was right here, and there was a gate right here, and there's a tree right here. So I'm trying to like hide in the corner while the wind is blowing, and I'm just like, I can't do this.
Monday I went up to Arundel Mills to meet with a friend, and they were running a little late, so I went outside and I sat on the bench, and I was good.
Yeah,
because I had that coat on.
Yeah,
God walks by and says,
it wouldn't have happened with me.
God walks by and
says,
nope. That's how you feel, man? You just gonna sit in this mess?
No.
I said, well, you know, I'm from Chicago. This ain't nothing to me.
Yeah.
So,
no. Yeah. So, ladies, how was it for you? Because I know for us it was like.
No.
Oh yeah, you was in the house. Okay.
I don't have time for that. I don't know. I just came back from LA.
Oh yeah, I would
went from
definitely
LA,
stay in
and
the
I'm
house.
like, I walked outside. Yep, it's 0 degrees outside. I'm right
what you say? It was no degrees. It was ignorantly cold.
No, so I wouldn't know. I was
so cold. I just tried to stay in as much as I could. I didn't go to
That
the
type
gym.
of cold will
But then
hurt
I
your
thought about the
lungs.
hopeful too. I mean, you think about our neighbors in need.
Yeah,
at that time.
absolutely.
The positive thing is that it's like a code. I don't know if it's code. They all these code, red, blue, whatever it is. But they actually can go inside the shelters, and it becomes like an emergency.
Right.
Where they can actually go inside. They're not outside sleeping.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So it's.
And I saw a church that had opened up their doors to allow our hopefuls to come in and just stay in for the night. They had a warm place to sleep.
They want me to talk like.
Okay. They had a warm place to sleep, and that's beautiful. You know, the church is using its facility for what it's for the people, which is what it's for. You know.
Before we're going on break again.
I know. I'm ready. Oh my gosh. We just
I got a little starstruck. I didn't know what exactly I wanted to say at that moment, but thank you for everyone who is tuning in. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. so that next week when you see week 3 of today's Career Woman, you know who's exactly on there, because we will announce it at the end of the show. Okay, see you all in a little bit.
TheExposedRadio.com.
Yes.
Stay tuned, guys. Thank you for tuning in.
I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom?
I wanted to talk to you about something and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey, guys, check out my new video game. Pew, pew. Wait, Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd
on.
you say? Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams, getting closer to nature. can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Well, Jason, I've got to tell you, you're pretty much everything this company is looking for in an entry-level candidate.
Great.
Your resume isn't quite what we're used to, but you've got a fantastic work ethic.
Thank you.
And I'm impressed by how you carry yourself.
So, should we talk about the job?
What? The job? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have no way of recruiting or even meeting you. This interview didn't happen.
It may sound ridiculous, and that's because it kind of is. There's a huge pool of talent your company is missing out on. Meet the grads of life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And we're back. The one to land over is alright or whatever.
It's alright.
Yeah, we're back,
Run the
guys.
Mills is
We're back.
better.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you once again, guys, for tuning in. It's our faithful viewers. Thank you so much. We appreciate you spending your Wednesday evening with us, and hearing our show, and learning about what we're doing in the community. And at this time, I would like to give the floor to our two guests so they can talk about what they're doing right now in the community. Hopefully you can join in, support them and what they're doing in their endeavors, and just be an inspiration to them. That's what I'm trying to be. So Nana, would you like to tell us what you got going on right now?
I have a lot of things going on. Like I said, I have my events that I have just for fun. I have game nights that I'm doing, and then I also have a lot of community things that I'm helping with. We just recently did some work for the Boys and Girls Club. Again, I work alongside with them, the Boys and Girls Club in Southeast DC, right off of Mississippi Avenue. I work closely with them to help them with their events and any events that they may have that anything they throw at me, I just kind of jump in and help. One thing that we just did was a toy drive back in Christmas, and we ended up giving out over, I think it was almost 400 toys to the kids.
Beautiful.
And we also just recently had a Smart Girl Symposium, which falls in line with everything that I love to do, because my love is women, like I said, big and small. So we had a Smart Girl Symposium. In that symposium, we had workshops that the little girls, got to go to. So they were like ages 3rd through 5th graders. And what we did is we came up with like a slogan that they could memorize, learning to be the master of their mind, the master of their body, and the master of their soul, and saying that they were resilient and understanding what resilience means and how to promoting self-love. So we did like one workshop where the girls did a self-love workshop where they talked about what they loved about themselves and about each other and what self-love means to them. Absolutely. And another workshop we did was to help them understand their bodies, things that they normally don't talk about in the household, like how to take care of your bodies, like as they're growing up and things like that. And they did a dance workshop. I was so blessed to have Sofete come out, and they did a dance workshop with the kids.
Oh, I would love
and
that.
And then we also did a workshop where they did like we call it a snack and paint, where they talked about their features, and it was beautiful to have like little girls saying what self-love means to them and what it means to love themselves, and they memorized the slogan at the end, and saying that I'm the master of my mind, and to see like a 7 say I'm the master of my mind, master of my body, and master of my soul. It was a beautiful thing, and we got a lot of good feedback. So we're doing another thing on February 2nd, and it's going to be a Fearless Girls Brunch, and it's going to be the same kind of concept. Teaching the girls how to be fearless in who they are, being unapologetic about who they are, and who they need to be, and being unapologetic about being themselves. So yeah, I love, that's my bread and butter with my business, is regardless of how many fun events that I do, I always love to bring women together. That is my biggest passion, because I feel like everyone knows, the black woman is unprotected in a lot of situations. So we have to, it's not even about a choice anymore. We have to band together in some way. And that's why I like to have my events where they can come out and have fun and not have to worry about how someone is looking at them. I've literally kicked people out of my events for looking at people the wrong way. Or being spiteful, because I don't play that. Because
is that part of the Queen Code right there?
Okay. The they take that oath if you're coming in and you're not, and if you're being rude and I don't know, we don't do that. And everyone knows that any of
kill it before something happens.
I'm all about positivity, and and if any of businesses come to me and they are just starting and they want to know, how can I get myself out there? I try to give them launch parties, things that can get them out there and get the word out. So anytime they have something going on. But I have that going on, and again, we also are starting our toy drive for this year. We wanted to be bigger this year. Last year, like I said, we had 400 kids that we help, and we also help with 6 shelters. And we were lucky enough to have enough toys left over to where we could donate to additional shelters afterwards.
Beautiful.
And it was beautiful because we had our event fall through. I pitched it out to my people, and within a week, they got all those toys for everyone.
That's a blessing.
We did like an Amazon wish list. We had tons of donations. We worked with a lot of organizations in DC, but Fly by Nature Foundation. I work with, he's an anti-bullying foundation. He's amazing. He does a lot of anti-bullying things in the community. And because Southeast, as we know, needs that. And it's beautiful to have that for the girls. And they also do events for boys as well. So Passport to Manhood, teaching them about manhood and how to be a man. What does it look like to be a man? Like to see men that are emulating the behaviors that they need to see. And that's something that we like to do. But mostly I do, like I said, I do that. I also do the fun events. I have the fun event that I have coming up is a game night. The game night that I had originally was called the Trap and Play.
Okay.
But,
hey, Trap and Play.
I had the game night to where they could, have I take the games and I remix it. So anything that I do, I try to make sure that I make it unique, something that you've never experienced before. That's the oath that I give to the people that, come to my events. You will have a unique experience. Every person that comes in, I open the door for you. I give you a hug. I make sure, you're comfortable, and that's just big. And it's big, especially for the military environment, because we're out here by ourselves. Like, my family's all in Oklahoma. Hey, family. I know they're going to be on there. Hey. So a lot of us are out here by ourselves. Like, I'm a single parent, and it just helps to have people.
Yeah,
so
community is important.
Yeah,
it's
to
very
have
important.
that support system, and that's what we were just talking about, is the value of a support system, and that's basically what I want to build for the women here.
Yeah, I'm all for it, and I'm definitely for it. And unfortunately, and I guess where you housed at, and is in DC?
Well, yeah, DC area.
In DC, yeah, I would just say in Baltimore, the support needs to be better in our communities. A lot of people just kind of on their own and just kind of living life as though they're on an island by themselves. But we are really a community, and we should be helping each other, supporting each other, and building each other, and especially supporting our adolescents. Yes. Yeah, we need to help them. Unfortunately, a lot of the imagery that they're getting is not so positive, and they need us. They need physical people. Us to be there to help them, to guide them, not just to text them or talk to them on the phone or whatever. We need to be present in their lives.
And another thing that I like to bring up to people is that I feel like a lot of people don't consider is military. I'm out here, all my family's out there. I'm a single parent. Had I not reached out, I would. It's hard. A lot of times people talk about the sacrifices of military, in terms of the deployments, going on deployments and having to do things. But you have people out here and they're all alone, and they're trying to fend for themselves, not knowing anyone, and having to start your life over and over again. Even my daughter's autistic, and when we moved here, the sensory levels were so different from where we moved in Ohio that she was having seizures, because she was overwhelmed. And those are the kind of battles that we face that a lot of people don't realize. And that's why it's important to me to reach out to my military beauties first, because I understand how it is to be somewhere and not have anyone, and to have, and people don't really understand how hard that is to start over and over again.
Right.
So I try to give them an outlet, where you can actually be yourself. And, we being in the military also, you can't be yourself a lot. I face that. So it just gives them an outlet to be able to be themselves and to be able to enjoy and have that support system and have people that they can call on. I have like random girls' night-ins where they can just come and just cry. I don't care. You can cry all day, get it out, talk about it. We're gonna work through it. But a lot of times it just seems like because it's important, because I know it's something that I needed. And it's hard being military and going from place to place. I went from Germany to Ohio to here, and it's like you meet people, you fall in love with those people, then you never see them again.
Right.
And it seems like, oh, okay, but it's hard. It's really hard.
I mean, I'm sure you try to, keep in touch with them through Facebook, but at some point, it gets harder to keep that relationship, going afterwards. Yeah. So I understand your struggle.
I feel your pain.
I totally understand your struggle. Yeah.
My dad was military for 23 years.
Brat.
He was Navy, so I mean, we lived in Florida. We lived in Chicago, Florida, Chicago, Hawaii, Chicago, Maine, Iceland, here. So yeah, it takes kids about a year or two to find out. Okay, you're my friend, but you're not.
Right.
You're a punk. And now it's time to move. You know what I mean? So,
right, like how do we get there?
Had my dad stayed in, they wanted him to go overseas so he could make another rank real quick. Hey, look, we gotta throw you overseas somewhere because we want to throw this rank at you. We don't want to wait another year or two. We want to give it to you now. But you gotta go overseas. He was like, no, that's not going to happen. Too many issues going on both sides of the family. But y'all were thinking about sending me to Denver. Is that still on the table? No. All right, I'll opt out.
You can opt out that easily?
You can retire anytime you want.
Oh, I didn't know.
After your 4 years, that's it.
I know somebody that did the same thing.
That's why they say do your 4 years and get out.
I know someone that did the same thing.
Get your VAs and get your education.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I was a little more hard-headed. I'm in 13 years for me now that I've been in, and I'm deciding to get out, and everyone thinks I'm nuts. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people think, oh,
where are you stationed at?
I'm stationed at Bowling.
Oh,
so how much longer do you have?
I have technically 7 years until I can retire, and people think I'm
to get
nuts.
her 20, yeah.
To get my 20 years, and people think that I'm nuts for wanting to get out, but my reasons are not logical, and I have made a decision in my life that I'm no longer going to do anything for the sake of logic. I'm going to do something that matters, because at the end of the day, if something was to happen to me, it's simply an email and a memorial. I want to do something that actually matters. I want to leave a legacy. I want to be able to build a foundation. Yeah.
Sounds like you're looking for purpose.
Actually, I found my purpose through the women. I found my purpose, and so you know how it is, and that's a good segment for your show. Just
purpose.
Talking about your purpose, because the one thing I say about when you find your purpose, it's a blessing and a curse. Because it's a blessing because you found your purpose, but it's a curse because anything that's not aligned with your purpose now disturbs you. And so that's why I tell people I'm getting out now, because doing this for the sake that it makes sense to someone else disturbs me, and so I'm taking the plunge.
Yeah, I totally understand that. Yeah,
you gotta do what you gotta do, and you gotta do what makes you happy.
Miss Cynthia.
Yes.
When you decided to start with Love for Hopeless, Love the Hopeless.
No.
Hopeful.
Love the hopeful.
Love the hopeful. Love the hopeful. Our hopeful. Love our hopeful. Love the hopeful. See, look at our beautiful shirt. It's right on the shirt.
So we're gonna try again. When you started Love the Hopeful.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. I don't know why I wanted to say Love Thyself, but I know why I want to say Love Thyself. But when you started okay. Well, I'm gonna hold that question.
Okay.
For the next time.
Okay.
I know, but
when we come back. When we come back.
And I have a different question. When was your first I want to do this full-time moment?
Well, it actually came from
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You want to start off?
No.
Okay.
No. I think I'll get it out of the way.
Go ahead. No, yeah, continue.
Yeah, okay.
There's a whole blooper going on.
You can continue.
Sorry.
I've always just come back to giving back. Challenging times in my life. So about 3 years ago, I was having a challenging time, and it was a lot of different things going on. I actually went from maybe just having a glass of wine at night And it just escalated. And when I looked up, it was 10 years. So I went from 10 years of drinking almost every day to 10 months of crying every day. So one day I told God, in that 10th month, I said, I'm not going to make it. And he said, one day your tears will be tears of joy. He said, don't give up, hold on. And so he sent so many people in my life. And it was coming up one where it's like the end of the year, and I'm getting anxious, thinking, I can't drink, what am I going to do? I know we playing a big, New Year's Eve party. And God said, you're so busy worried about yourself, go out and help someone else. So that's why on January 1st, our organization goes out and helps those in need. Because we're saying Happy New Year's, but the year doesn't seem so happy to the hopeful. So that's why on New Year's Day, it's our One in the Homeless on New Year's Day, and we go out and we do something positive for the hopeful.
Oh my God! I know, I was like so in awe of that story right now. Because I have
a lot of things.
We're about to go on break.
Okay, yeah.
And so everyone can follow us on Instagram at Skylyne _foundation _2016. That's SKYLYNE _foundation _2016. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday. We're on the way to another break.
We'll be back.
Make sure you watch us on BeExposedRadio.com.
Skylyne Radio.
It's been a while.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You want to start off?
I think I'll get it out of the way on a who's not.
Okay, do it.
The Orioles.
Right.
They got swept by the Royals. They lost 4 in a row, and the last 5 games have all been decided by 1 run. The game before, or the last game that they lost before the Royals was the Nationals, and it was Weeders, of course, one with a home run.
Hit the home run.
Right. They were going into that national series. It seemed like they were doing so well, and they just crapped out. They got that game postponed, so who knows when they're going to replay that or play that game. That's my first not for the night.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and weigh in on my who's not, and I'm going to talk about the San Diego Padres.
The Padres. That's okay. You just took my answer.
They're in last place in the NL West. They've lost 8 of their last 10. Their run differential is a -65, which is just horrible. So when you have well, let me just talk about run differential a little bit. It's kind of like the
how much you're winning or losing your games by, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. It's like the margin of victory, kind of.
Right.
So when you're in a negative number, that means that you're.
Then your average game, you're losing
by a whole lot.
Right.
I mean, a number like -65, this early into the season is pretty rough.
That's horrible.
The pitching numbers pretty much support this stat right here. I mean, the team ERA is 4.70, which is 26th in the league. They have 126 walks allowed. They acquired Jared Weaver in the offseason, and he really has not panned out. He's off to one of the worst starts in any of the pitchers in 2017. He's 0-4 with a 6.05 ERA. In May alone, he already has 12 earns run.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Do you blow dry your shirt? Okay, get it nice. You don't flat iron it, do you? Okay.
Hey guys.
Oh, we are back. Thank you, God. I'm so excited because I want to finish this conversation we was having earlier.
Right.
Yeah, so I was like, I would love to finish to hear about what inspired you. So after that, you just was like, I'm ready.
Yeah, it was just that shift that I just said, it's strange that not drinking alcohol would shift you in that way, but it just opened up this door where I began to do it. And I always have the support from my family, friends, and the community, and we all come together, and we give back to the community. It's really like a whole. If you ever come, it's really like a family coming together. We have elementary schools that come. We have Kids that provide things for us. We have Graceland Church. We have churches. We have so many different people in the community. They want to just bring 10 blessing bags or hopeful bags. They can just bring it down there. And we have a table where you can bring your own table and just give back to the community. It's really, our goal is for it to be a place where any person can come there, whether you're a business establishment or just a regular person, and just say, I just want to volunteer. I want to give back. And just come down there and just give back, you know, to those in need.
I think that all Feed the Homeless events need to be all Feed the Hopeful events needs to be like collaborated. And I really do feel like that. I feel like there's so many people in the community who are doing the same thing, but none of them actually like involve each other, if that makes sense. So like everyone's doing it separately. But if we can have like one extremely large event where everyone is there, not only with a
hopefuls. Our hopefuls.
Like not only was a hopeful benefit, but this just that energy, that love, that
support,
that moment. Speaking of that moment and that support, Mark, I don't know if you know this or not, but this happened through me. Our Feed the Homeless days are the same as Love the Hopeful.
Yes.
Our feedless, I said feedless. I'm never going to get this
Your
right.
feet are homeless.
So our days for our events next month are February 15th and 16th, 16th and 17th. Give me a second. I will give you all the exact dates. And I'm saying that the 16th and the 17th, 16th in D.C., 17th in Baltimore. Thank you. And I'm saying that because we are actually getting, with support, because someone found me on GroupMe, because that's usually where I get my volunteers from for our events. They're bringing donations. Not only are they bringing donations, they are actually going to donate electric heaters to the hopeful. Hey! They're actually going to donate heaters to the hopeful next month, and they're going to come out. But just that support, because if she didn't see my post about us feeding the hopeful, I'm getting really, really good at this. She would have known, she would not have known to reach out to me, even just with that conversation. Like, first off, electrical heaters, like that is a come up. Now, I hope there's enough for everybody, but that is a come up, and that's something that you don't get often. And I know, like, just reaching out to different companies and doing everything, a lot of them are going to want to see your 501c documents, because that's how they're able to write it off when they do their taxes and when they do their financials at the end of the year, every fiscal year. I have an MBA in accounting. That's what happens. But that's something to me that's like inspiring. So I know like the different donations that you receive, and a different kind of love and support, and all the tables and everyone who comes out and volunteers and helps. I know that like that's your piece of inspiration. My passion for it. I know that's like your passion for it. It makes your little heart blue, you know.
Heaters is good though, because what society, we're not going to say some people, what society fails to realize, just because you're homeless don't mean you're homeless.
I was going to say,
we have a lot of people
they're hopeful
that we run into, we see in the streets, we see in metro stations, subway stations, airports. They're not necessarily homeless. They have caretakers, or it's people that have lost everything but their mind, and they don't have this or that at home. They have a roof over their head, but they don't have necessities. They've lost their job, government furlough, lost their job, can't pay their bills, electricity got cut off. or life itself has happened and you've lost everything but you still have your house.
Right.
You're not homeless. You're less fortunate. You got a lot of especially the young generation that's homeless. You have caretakers. You can do what you want from this time to this time, but from this time to this time, you need to be in the house. Or you're not getting in because I'm not answering my door. So,
I think it's important to help, those that are experiencing homelessness or at risk of homelessness.
Exactly.
So when people come down to the Hopeful Market, they'll say, they call me Miss C. Miss C, we just went into a transitional home. Can we still come? Absolutely.
Exactly.
We can still come because we're not going to turn you away just because you just got into an apartment. We're still here to help you.
And believe it or not, you have so many that are in a situation that are willing to help you set up. Hey, is there anything I can help you with? Hey, do you need some help unloading that vehicle of this or that? Man, if you're offering, I'm giving. Because you doing me a favor. He said, well, I'm here to eat. I'm here to collect, some clothes or some toiletries or something that I need that I know y'all got. I'm willing to work for it though. Even if it's 5 minutes helping you do this or that, I can do that. In DC, we've had numerous people, hey, I'm here to eat, I'm here to do this or that.
You need help unloading?
Yes, they always help us. The Hopeful.
I'm willing to serve too.
I'm sure they
They help us sometimes if we're short-staffed.
They're so
freezing
thankful.
outside, it's raining.
They're so thankful.
Volunteers, I'll say, I need you guys in the line.
Yeah, and they'll do it. Because they feel like they're earning that meal.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, DC, Baltimore, we get a lot of kids, especially little ones. What would you say? We get more in DC or in Baltimore? We get more teenagers and young adults in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Little ones, we get a lot in DC. Like, we didn't really get a whole lot of toys. We got a lot of Disney characters. And you'd have one guy here or there, or a woman come up, hey, can I get one for my granddaughter? No, your granddaughter ain't here. How I know you got kids? Your child has to be present. Sorry, but your child has to be present. You got kids out here. That's who they're for. If we have anything left over when we're packing up, getting ready to leave, by all means, come on back and I'll give you one.
30 seconds.
Because I'm not trying to take it home. But coats, we had this discussion. We passed out between Baltimore and DC. We passed out 500 and I don't remember if it was 513 or 531. Last year, I don't think we passed out 200. So that's a huge come up for us. Thank you for everyone that donated.
It speaks volumes.
But
that you have that support.
until the next time around, we about to pay these bills and take this break. We'll see y'all when you get back on BeExposedRadio.com.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug, Toast, and Keyboard Cat's amazing adoption stories. Start a story, adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Your perfect pet is just a click away at theshelterpetproject.org.
Because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bathwater to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat. That's safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
Finding best potatoes for French fries.
No!
Russet, fingerling, Yukon Gold.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Yes.
Hey guys, we're back. So
we keep having like these perfect timing.
Right, perfect timing. So yeah, thank you guys still for tuning in. We have a lot of people that have joined tonight. I mean, I'm looking on the feed. I'm like, wow, we got about maybe 40 people that have already joined in to the conversation that we're having this evening. So thank you for spending time with us this Wednesday evening. Like I said, we're here every Wednesday from 7 to 9, the Skylyne Radio Show. So tune in next week as well, because we'll be here with some more wonderful ladies that are going to be sharing with us about what they're doing in their careers. And this is the opportunity for you guys to support them, to help them in their endeavors and their dreams. And we want you to get involved as well. We just don't want to have a conversation with them, but we want to support them and you know, help their vision to grow. I want to see your vision to grow. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
We have some upcoming events as well. We're doing for Valentine's Day. We're going out to a youth shelter and to a men's shelter that we do a lot of work with. And we're taking 150 Valentine's Day love bags, is what we call them. And the bags have like $5 gift cards, chocolates, a loving handwritten note. And we're taking 150 to the two shelters. So we're doing that on February the 7th.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also have, what are we doing after that? We have our, in April, we actually partner with Comcast Cares Day.
Okay.
So it's really nice. They come out, they partner with us for our first free farmers market for the homeless. And they give out free t-shirts to the volunteers and give out lunch for the volunteers. I always tell people volunteering, you know, it's a beautiful display of love, you know. As you're giving away, your hands are open to receive, you know. So we're always telling people just to come and volunteer and just give back, you know.
Now, are most of your events that you do on the weekends, is it more of a Friday, Saturday, you know,
it's always
events?
on the third Saturday of the month.
Third Saturday of the month, okay.
On the third Saturday of the month. We start at 8 a.m. to
Mhm.
set up, and the Hopeful Market starts at 9 a.m.
Okay.
And it can be, you know, sometimes it will be there later because we have a team of barbers that drive from D.C. and they come out and they feed, you know, cut the Hopeful's hair. And, you know, it's just, it's like I always say we're doing so much, but 3 times a week we're going to different shelters. We get donated food that comes to our organization, and even though it's not April through December, we're still going to different shelters. Sometimes I go to like 8 different shelters in a day, donating food that we get from Costco's and Owens Mills and different organizations.
Mhm.
We've met with BB&T. They're actually going to come down and actually help the Hopeful with budgeting. So we've been talking to BB&T regarding that. We talked to, this last week, we talked to Riverstone Apartment Complex.
Mhm.
We're going to help them get into, you know, housing, but at an affordable rate.
That's beautiful.
Yes,
yes.
Yeah, at Better Health. They've reached out to us to help the Hopeful be healthy. So it's like we're looking into doing things this year that are just taking it from the next level. Okay, we fed them, we clothed them. Now we have to move forward. What else are we going to do from here?
Have
So we're
you
always looking forward.
also embarked into mental health for the Hopefuls?
Yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what we're working on right now.
Okay.
So, yes. working on that as well, because that's huge, you know, not just mental health, but substance abuse as well.
Yeah.
So those are some of the things that we see sometimes, so we're working on those things as well.
Yeah, I'm all for that, especially with the children too. Have you noticed that like a large population of hopeful children?
Yeah, we have seen a lot. And that's why we, this is the first time we actually doing it with the youth. If they're from 13 to 21 years of age, we're going to a youth shelter to give back. And so it's like, you know, they're younger, and I mean, they're even much younger than that, you know, when they're with their parents. So we just want to be really a beacon of light that we can shine light on, whether you're hopeful or not. I mean, if a person came up to me and they're not hopeful, I'm still going to help you. I'm not going to help people just because they're hopeful. I help everybody. Our organization will help anyone. We're helping immigrants and refugees during their travel, you know, because they're staying here through their stay and their travels back. So we're helping different organizations. We donate like brand new toys to Casey Kids. Casey Cares. It's like terminally and chronically ill children. And these children are going to pass away. So we take brand new toys there, and we donate, you know, brand new toys to doll houses to those children. So it's like we can't just stay in one sector. You have to help the community.
You have to.
You have to. You can't just say I'm only going to do the hopeful. No, it's so many people out here. You have to be open to helping whoever needs you.
And there are people that actually need you, but are too prideful to even come out and say, "Hey, I do need help." You know, it may be like kind of embarrassing for them to even admit at this time I'm going through a season, and I need your support. So, you know,
I did stress on Facebook the other day for every one of our Facebook friends to reach out to your family and friends. If they're employed by the government, reach out to them. They may not get on Facebook and say we need help, but you call them and say, you know, do you need anything? Can I stop over? You know, they may be open to let you just. You're going to go, just take groceries. You know they're a government employee. You don't have to ask them. You don't have to ask them if they need water or they need bread or they need food. Take it over. You would do it to someone if they weren't a government employee.
Right.
Just go over and take them groceries. Just do the the right thing. Let your love and your light shine through. And you know that's what it's really about.
That's right.
That's what it's all about.
Michelle is so inspiring. I just had to say it at least once.
Yeah.
At least once.
I hope that people that are watching are being, you know, touched. Because I sure am. I sure am.
It's amazing. Like, everything that you're doing and everything you're about to embark in within your goals, that's everything that we want to do. We don't want to just feed you. We don't want to just give you clothes and footwear and coats and blankets. Like, a previous partner of ours, he was like, I don't want to give them pillows and blankets because that's not helping them. That's encouraging them to deal with what they're dealing with. No, sooner or later it's going to be cold, or that ground is hard. Concrete don't move, bruh. Not all of them are fortunate to have grass to sleep on, but still that gets hard. You know what I mean? But we want to get them into some type of
stable, affordable housing.
Right. You know, like
some type of
all these cities, whether it's Baltimore, DC, Chicago, LA, Houston, Miami, New York, every metropolitan hit city has row homes after row homes, city blocks that are empty. Hire a crew at an affordable rate to come in, clean them all up. If you gotta gut them, gut them. Matter of fact, gut them. If they're not livable, demolish them. Build something. Hire a crew, a team, a foundation, an organization, whatever, to run it, manage it, get these people off the street. Now they have a place to live.
So I have a question. I know a lot of people get into like investments, and in a perfect world, like somebody like me will meet somebody who's in investing, and then like I will buy a home and I will find those who renovated. I don't want to say what I was about to say. It was very disrespectful. But, you know, find people to renovate the home. And then I open it back up as a homeless shelter. Now, my question is, do you think that there will be like rules and regulations around how you open your home that you bought and you invested in?
But if you're getting government grants, then of course you want to get government grants for your housing. So of course you will have a level of that you'll have to stay underneath, or guidelines that you'll have to follow. Yes.
I mean, you gotta have rules and regulations with the people that are coming in. You know, you gotta have some type of
inspections, because you know you're getting grants. So
right.
Yes.
And
you would want I think that you would want inspections. You want to make sure there's shit safe. You want to make sure everything's working properly, so that they can continue to give you grants year after year.
Right.
So.
Right.
Yeah, I think it'll be great for if there was another perfect world where we actually started a Buy Back the Community campaign. There are actual campaigns going on out there where people are buying pieces of their community back and renovating it. I know there's Hood Estates. I think they're based more so out of like the Atlanta area, where they go buy homes that were in the hood, renovate them, and resell them. But we really need to start buying back the Black community. Like, moving away is okay, but gentrification is something that is real. And it's real, and it's unique how they place it. Like today, I went to Southeast, and as I was driving down the street, I was like, this has to be like the worst part of Southeast. I went one block, and there are not townhouses, single family homes in Southeast.
Yeah.
Single family homes.
Iverson Mall lately?
Not even by Iverson Mall. Yeah. Like Iverson done stepped up. So it's like gentrification is good because you're upping the value, but at the same time, what are you doing? Like, why is it that the hopeful are always the first ones that are forgotten about? Like,
because they don't matter.
Yeah, money is the
right.
You know,
You're not generating money.
It's just
you know,
like the military. You know,
you only have value when you bring money.
You serve your
You know.
country, whether you have to go to an embattled area or not. Afghanistan, Syria, Iraq, Iran, whatever. Whether you have to go to them places or not. But let's say you do. You get out, or you get hurt, and you're forced out. They don't do nothing for you, and that's wrong. That's wrong. We've come across numerous military people, former military people, that are homeless, that have nothing, can't get assistance. Like, are you serious?
How is this even possible?
Right. And that's dead wrong. You fought for our rights. Again, whether you went to a war-plagued area or not, you served time for this country, and this country does not do nothing for you. That's dead wrong on so many levels.
And that you're a human being. You're a human being. You should have the
exactly, whether you're military or not.
Whether you're military, if you fell in hard times, we're all one. At the core of who we really are, we're all one. It's not about all the things you accumulate in life. That's not why we're here.
Nope.
It's not why we're here. The reason that we're here is to show you, just really to show your love and your light to every single person that you see, every single person that you meet. That's why we're really here.
That's the agreement you made before you came into this world. Some people don't even know that, but you did.
Let me find out.
You made that agreement.
You be going to church, don't you?
I sure do.
It was tiny houses. I don't know if you guys saw them.
I did. I really did.
I thought this was like this is like the perfect idea. And you have to, of course, get the land, and then you get builders. But I thought this would be so nice.
It's a studio apartment, but it's a house.
Yes.
Speaking of,
I was like, wow.
High beaching, high utility bills, and you don't have to worry about all that stuff. You're inside a nice home. It's yours. It doesn't matter the size. You're not sleeping on the concrete, calling it home. No one should be homeless and lay on the concrete and call it home. That's not it.
I know. Even right around the corner from here, it's like I can drive to work in the morning. I just see just two people just right there on the floor. I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. And people just continue to drive and go on with their lives like this is just a normal day of life. And it's like, how could you not feel anything about that?
Yeah,
you know?
I saw somebody lying out there. He said, when I leave, I was running late to get here. I said, I have to go back out there. I have a truck, like in my trunk. I have 5 bags of clothes that I picked up from the Horseshoe Casino. I can give these people something. If I give them 1 bag of clothes, it's something. I won't leave here tonight. I won't get on that expressway now unless I do that.
When I come to Baltimore, and I know I'm gonna eat. When I come downtown and I know I'm gonna get something to eat, and I have time, I will purposely go to Uno's, Chicago's, and order the biggest pizza I can get. I think you've seen me do this. I'm not eating all that, nor am I gonna try. Let me get 3-4 doggy bags, because I'm gonna see 3 or 4 people that are sitting at this intersection, that intersection, and I walk up. God bless you, man. Thank you, man. Thank you. Keep your head up. Keep your head up. We're here for you. And people look at you like, are you serious?
That love and kindness can do to that person. I mean, if he was having a bummed out day, you could just give him so much light, just so much light in that moment, you know.
And it's crazy. Like, our ultimate goal is to feed 52 cities in 52 weeks. You know how many people have said that's entirely impossible? There's 52. Thank you. There's 52 weeks in a year, right?
Yeah, that's what we.
If you have 2 cities close, Baltimore, D.C., Wilmington, and Philly, Pittsburgh, and Cleveland. You can do 2 cities in a weekend.
All we need
Charlotte
is team
and Atlanta.
members.
That's it.
You get trained a little bit.
Yeah.
You don't even have to be trained because this comes naturally.
Right.
You just need to learn how to facilitate. How to facilitate. How to make sure you can control the crowd, and you can go from there. Whatever you decide. If you are in any other city you would like to feed the homeless, please reach out to Skylyne Foundation.
I will be in New Orleans in June, so get at me. I went there 2 years ago, and I lost contact with this gentleman that I met on the street that does a lot for giving back to the homeless community, the helpful community. And I lost his information, so hopefully, hopeful.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, she's looking at me like, okay, you pressured yourself, but you still got it wrong. But hopefully I can run into him. But either or, we're gonna be giving out lunch bags, because we'll be down there for like 5 days. So I want to go downtown and do something. But every time I go to Chicago, every time I go home, I gotta go downtown and do something.
So guys, we're almost there. We're getting closer. Again, this has to be the fastest 2 hours of your life. If you know what time it is, it's like 8:45.
Can you believe it? It's almost over. It goes very fast.
It goes by fast.
We are about to go on break one more time.
And then it'll be over.
Every Wednesday,
7
p.m. to 9 p.m. Catch us on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are tuned in to BeExposedRadio.com.
So we were talking about critical thinking. So we definitely believe that critical thinking is one of the first things we need to start implementing, not just simply being told things. Or how about this? You know, we tend to listen to people who get assigned certain positions.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So when they have certain positions, we tend to think that is truth attached to that because of their position, right?
Right.
Is that always the case, though?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It's probably one of the biggest reasons we should be doing some critical thinking.
Yes, I agree. I definitely.
Join the club that gives you stuff. Hey, thanks! Radio Loyalty. Here's how it works. Just click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then, you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple, right? Radio Loyalty. Click that banner to join now.
Listen to this flashback of Skylyne radio show.
So where we at? Where we talk about the effects and what's going on in these schools.
Yeah.
And what people don't understand. Just real briefly, I just want to talk a little bit about what people say bullying is or is not. So bullying comes in many forms. It's a teasing, it's the cyberbullying, it's the texting, it's the phone calls, it's the posting of pictures and people's personal information to pretty much cause them harm, to have them feel insecure. It's the sex assaults that people actually put out there. There are physical assaults, and there are mental assaults and emotional assaults. And what I like to remind individuals that any aggressive behavior towards anyone that is unwanted and unwarranted, and an individual asks you to stop. Let's stop there. Stop.
And they should be respecting that.
Respecting that and respecting yourself, because when you're able to respect another person, you're able to respect yourself. And the way that you're able to show that respect is that you know that you have a gift and you know you're uniquely made and that you matter, and then you also acknowledge that the next person beside you matters as well.
Right.
You know, and we lose that sometimes. Bullying is a behavior that underestimates the lives and legacy of you. I'm sure when they was bullying me, and I'm sure when they was bullying you, they didn't understand who you're going to become later on. I didn't know.
Right, because I'm popping. I can't. All right, let me tell you. All those people.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And we're back. Hey guys, we did it!
Yay!
We've had. Is it too early to do the closing remarks?
But no,
it's not.
No,
not at all. This is week 2 of today's Career Woman series. I've had the dear pleasure to be sitting next to Miss Nana. Her last name's not Brown. Carr. I don't know why I think Brown. Like, in my mind, I think I live in a dream world because I can take exactly what you say to me, but when I re-say it to you, it's something completely different. And you're like, how did we get here? Because in my mind, like Brown, like where did Brown come from? I had the pleasure to sit next to Miss Nana Carr and Miss Cynthia Scott. There's a B in there.
Brinkley-Scott, but Cynthia
Brinkley.
Yeah.
Okay.
See?
Cynthia Scott is perfect.
I'm going to do better, guys. I'm learning. It's one day at a time with me when it comes to names. I try to do a lot better. I'm going to do a lot better because I have no choice but to do better. This year, 2019, is the year of getting better, doing better,
being better,
and not going back. Everything is forward. Always forward, forward, always.
That's the way we're going. We're going forward. We don't look back because we're not going that way. So.
It's in the past.
Right.
In the past.
The past is the past, and that's where it needs to stay.
Forever. In my Cardi B voice. Would you all like to share your social medias one more time, just for
because people are joining in and they really want to help and support you. So. Share that.
For my events, you can on Facebook. You can follow me at Queen Code Events and Entertainment. On IG, it's just Queen Code KWEENKODE. For my shirt business, it's Queen's Customs again with the K KWEENKUSTO. For my mobile bartending, Queen's Cocktails KWEENKOCKTAILS.
You make exotic drinks too?
I make the standard stuff, but then I also have my own line of punches. So if you want to try those in my events, they will be featured. I got them in the bar.
Now, just curious, do you have to have a liquor license to do this?
This one went in the bar.
Oh, okay.
The bar has the license.
Okay.
Yeah.
She just shows up.
So with the mobile, I have a bartending license. So basically, what I do is I go there and
okay. Awesome. Anything else? That's it. Okay. Thank you for sharing.
Yes. So you guys can learn how to volunteer. Go to lovethehopeful.org, and you can find us on Facebook at Love the Hopeful, or you can follow me, Cynthia Brinkley-Scott, on Facebook as well. Thank you.
Yay!
Thank you, thank you guys.
Thank
Yes.
you.
It's been an honor.
So I would like to say to you, ladies, thank you so much for just delegating time tonight just to come out for us, because you didn't have to be here. So, thank you so much for spending these 2 hours. They go very fast, but I'm praying for you ladies to continue to do what you're doing. Pray that God just continues to bless you, bless your workers, bless your businesses, bless your vision, and that it continues to grow. Yes, prosperous in 2019 and infinity. Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't just stop this year.
Yes.
Before I forget, let me get this out there. Thank you to all of our sponsors, supporters, for everything and for anything and everything that you continuously do month in and month out. SK Pizzas and Subs, first and foremost, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love all of you. Chick-fil-A, Dave & Buster's, Pizza Hut, Subway, thank you, thank you, thank you. We look forward to doing bigger and better things in 2019. We look forward to doing more business with our foundation, with future
endeavors. Future endeavors.
We're going to have information regarding a fundraiser that we're getting ready to do for the government furloughed employees. Just like everything else, when we get the information, we put it out there. Just bring your badge and we'll make it happen.
Thank you guys for tuning in. This is week 2 of today's Career Woman with Nana Carr and Cynthia Scott. Next week will be week 3. Who do we have next week?
We have... here we go.
Yeah,
hey guys.
2 amazing guests coming in next week.
Should have gave me a heads up.
I know.
I'll have it 2 seconds.
Yeah.
We're going to have the 3rd grade rapping school teacher. That's who we're going to have. And Miss Letitia Higgs. She does a lot for giving back to the community. And Miss Justice Alexander Hennon, the 3rd grade rapping teacher.
Hey, so
I know you can't see this card, but you need to go check out the website www.bignecklace.us. Big necklaces. Go check it out.
All right.
Yes.
And in conclusion,
so long, farewell to you, my friend. It's like, nah, I'm not going to do the whole thing, but thank you everyone for watching us. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you see us next week, next Wednesday, on BeExposedRadio.com.
Bye, guys.
Skylyne Radio.
We love you.
Shanetta Malkia.
My name is Ruth Rusi. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live United. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child, and believe it or not, it prepares them for a better academic future. Oh, we read about frogs and flies and pigs with wings, all sorts of juicy stuff. It's a joy to watch all those little faces. I figure I have the time and they have the need. And I've always believed that if we're not here to help each other, then what are we here for really? My name is Ruth Rusi. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
My name is Meera Batra. I have been in this country 32 years, and this is how I live united. America has always been the land of promise, and in my community, many families have come for a better life. Coming from another culture myself, I know the desire to become part of a community, to feel at home and to gain the tools for our children and families to succeed. So I advocate for these families with United Way. United Way empowers them to look beyond their histories and to see what opportunities are available. We help them get involved with their kids' schools,